Hello, today we're taking a look at ZOE OT LITE. It's a Bible game where it's based off a game of strategy and it tests your knowledge of the Bible and entices you to learn scriptures through deep thinking, memory, and meditation. So you're not only playing a game, but you're actually incorporating it with that education. So it goes through verses, and for example, basically points are assigned by numbers. So the number it's worth. So for example, if you were to play, let's say, a verse from John. So John, and you play 3:16, for example. From there, you're going to need to pick out a correct verse or one of the scriptures from 3:16. And if you get it right, you get points. If you get it wrong, you lose points. And from there, it's kind of builds off of there. So you can see you sign up for an account here. You can set up a nickname. You can select your country here, even add a photo to customize it. From there, you can hit start game. And then from here, you're going to want to select your books here. And it says here, for example, choices available for 24 hours. If no game is found for you, you'll need to renew the book choice here. So you can see all of these different book listings. You have Leviticus, Esther, Daniel, a lot of these different ones here. So let's just go with Leviticus, for example, and I can click it right here. And from there, you can select a player to find and or play against, obviously. So you can find a random opponent. You can do it by username. So if you know a friend's username, or if you want to play with friends that has some integration through social networking, so you can do that as well. So I'm just gonna tap on find random opponent here, and what it's gonna do is gonna take me into a game once it finds a random opponent here. And you can see I can search through all these players here, and you can see the countries they're in, and I can easily just challenge any of them right here, and I can hit play, for example. And like I said, this is based on Leviticus, in this case, this book, but it also has books from Old and New Testament, and from there you're gonna get 7 numbers on your rack once it actually takes you into the game here. So you can see here on the game, at the very bottom, you have a couple options here. You have the ability to pass, shuffle your numbers here, swap your numbers, and or resign all completely. In the top right, you have the ability to chat with your opponent there, so you can chat with them and in-game and all that. And it's a turn-by-turn basis. So the way it works is essentially they go, you go, so on and so forth. And your objective is to put these on the board here and try and form something from, in this case, again, Leviticus. If I was to take, for example, 14 here, I can place it on the board, and let's say if you're saying 14:2 or Leviticus, 18:6 or whatever, for example, you would put it in. You can play it here, and then for example, it'll say I wish to play Leviticus 14:2, and you can change it and or proceed. If I proceed here, what it's going to do is going to go ahead and look that up, Leviticus 14:2, and it's going to say from here, pick the correct scripture. So you can press the alphabet to choose the scripture right here. You can see it say this shall be the law of the leper in the day of his cleansing, and you can read through all these. And from here, basically, you would have to choose the correct one. And if you get that right, like I said, then you get points. And if you get it wrong, then you lose points. And that's how it helps you out. And the fact that it's going to help you in terms of remembering through, you pick the verse, and from there you get quizzed on said scripture. So you have to pick something from actual number that you place down here. So I'm just going to take a guess here. Let's say we're going to go with let's just say these are regulations. Let's say we'll go with A here. And if I say I'll hit A, I'll pick on the alphabet here. And you can see in this case, I got it right. So I get points. I can hit proceed here, and it's going to go ahead and load it. And what it's going to do is going to now put that on the board, and basically it builds off of that. And then my opponent can build off of that. And you can see you have the points here on the board. You have point slots 3, 12, etc. And that's how the game works. And again, it helps you learn. At the same time, it's a challenging game. It's all based off of again, the Bible and testing your knowledge. So this is ZOE OT LITE. You can find it for free in the App Store today.